Residents will only have until June 8th to file their appeals and try to keep factory farms out of this resort town. In Silver Creek, I'm Samantha Albert, 16 News Now. In Buchanan, Samantha Albert, 16 News Now. This is awesome. It's all for a great cause to support our 16 Pack a Backpack. And if you're at home wondering, which documents should I keep? Which documents should I shred? Don't worry, I'm joined by Eric Wathen with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. And Eric, talk to us. What should we keep and what should we not keep? Yes. Right now, I'm at Union Station, and this is one of 3 locations where things are going on this weekend for the military exhibition. I'm joined by the true top 1%'s founder, JR, and his adorable son, Aiden. And JR, we've got some artwork over here that kind of started everything. Could you tell me about that? You guys, this is so cool. And this is just one of so many dogs and their tricks that you can see here at the Lerner Theater at 3 p.m. today. You can come to the box office to buy tickets starting at $25. And for the last time, we're going to go ahead and send it back to you guys in the studio. It just keeps snowing here in Buchanan. We've already surpassed the average amount of snow for the month by a decent amount. And plow drivers in the area say they weren't expecting this much snow to stick until at least next week.
She did it. Look at her.
Way to go, Samantha.
You did it.
Yeah.
Can you believe this? This is literally like a scene out of a movie. It is so beautiful. And if picking lavender isn't your thing, you can totally come over and have a photo shoot in the sunflowers and the zinnias and the cosmos. I'm joined by co-owner Dave Freshour. Dave, talk to us about what all we've got out here. You guys, we are having way too much fun here. And you're right, 5 years of operations here at Ninja Golf. And I just need you to take a look at this course because it is absolutely stunning. You would not think this has been here for 5 years, and yet it has. I'm joined by owner John. And John, first of all, talk to me about how you got the idea for all this design.
Yeah, so
you guys, we are gonna go ahead and practice a little bit, and then we will be back and show you some more of our skills, hopefully improved. Yes. But for right now, I'll send it back to you. Guys, school here for Clay International Academy doesn't start until August 16th, but the back-to-school season in Michiana has begun. And yeah, as you said, this is a location on a very busy road. We've got a bunch of cars coming right now to show you. And buses actually have to stop to drop kids off here. So it's super important to know how drivers have to behave when there are school buses on the road. And I'm actually joined by Sergeant Ted Bonner to tell us about it. Sergeant Bonner, what would the situation be here if a bus was stopped?
Yeah, no.
Well, Tricia, it's actually 25 locally owned restaurants and bars that are participating. And I am a person who always loves to eat, but I especially love to eat when there are deals and things on the menu you can't typically get. I'm actually here at South Bend Brewworks right now, joined by the owner, Steve Lowe. And Steve, talk to me about what you guys are doing specially for Summer Restaurant Weeks.
Well, that's exactly it. We do of the moment specials every week throughout the year, and so the restaurant week menu is kind of comprised of a lot of our of the moments over the past year that people really love.
I absolutely love it. And you have a couple things prepared for us right now. Please tell us what they are.
So the first one is the beef and cheddar. This is kind of our take on the traditional Arby's sandwich. But
if you were able to do one thing you've always wanted to do, what would it be? For Walter Lebke, it was jumping out of a plane, and that's exactly what he did this past weekend.
I was shaking more than a turkey at Thanksgiving time.
When asked what was on Lebke's bucket list, he had only one answer: skydiving with his grandson.
Well, I always wanted to do this. I think it was way back in 1970s I got the urge to jump. And I don't know who I talked to about it, but I wanted to jump, and I just didn't know where to go to.
Walter Lebke is a 90-year-old resident at Brentwood at Elkhart Independent Living, one of many communities that are helping senior citizens live their dream.
I mean, that's what life is about, of you reaching those goals, those dreams in life, and here at Brentwood, that's what we want to do for our community as a whole.
Before Lebke got to Brentwood, he had searched for opportunities to skydive, but wasn't able to find one.
This last summer, I stopped at a couple airports to see if I could get some information, and I couldn't find anything. So when I came here, Megan says, "So what's on your bucket list?" And I said, "I want to skydive. We'll work on it." 3 months later, I did it.
Traveling to Chicagoland Skydiving Center last weekend, Lebke geared up and took to the sky.
You did that? Yes. Oh, weren't you scared? Yes.
He's inspiring everybody. Like, he's 90 years old, and to see him jump out of a plane is kind of crazy.
Encouraging friends and family to take the jump as well, and inspiring more and more residents into living the dream.
We're hearing more and more residents as they get excited of seeing other residents get their goals granted of what they want to do in their life.
Even if it isn't as extreme as jumping thousands of feet out of a plane. Living the Dreams partnership with Wish of a Lifetime helps to make residents' dreams come true. And if you'd like to also play a part in helping community members achieve lifelong goals, head to our website and click on this story. That's right, Lauren. He's been studying in Rome to become a priest for the last 4 years, getting back into singing and performing, and this Saturday night, his voice will be filling St. Peter's Basilica. According to immigration attorneys in support of the legislature, 18 states across the country have already passed similar bills granting immigrants driver's privilege cards. And according to supporters, it's all for the safety of residents. Passing 5-4, Senate Bill 248 grants identification to undocumented citizens solely for the purpose of driving.
And to have more folks registered and more vehicles insured is probably a good thing for everybody.
That way, if they're pulled over in a traffic stop or get into an accident, they won't be fearful of deportation and feel that they need to run.
It crosses their consciousness every time they get into the driver's seat that this could end in their deportation.
And while some members of Senate oppose the bill, saying it encourages undocumented citizens to go around the law, more than a dozen testifying in favor of the bill state this is completely separate from the federal issue of undocumentation.
There is no line. So there are some people that are able to adjust their status here in the U.S. because they marry a United States citizen or because they have some kind of special training or skill and they do the visa process to get here. Very minimal in today's day and age.
With local organizations agreeing that Senate Bill 248 is simply to make sure that all residents are safe on the roads.
The federal issue of folks getting legal status and then the state issue of folks being able to obtain our driver's cards are two worldly different conversations. One is driving privileges and the rights to get behind a vehicle and insuring it and registering it, and then another one's entirely federal process that we should leave to our federal legislators.
Only eligible individuals will be able to apply with qualifications including being a permanent resident for at least a year and paying taxes, undergoing fingerprinting and background checks, and passing a BMV-issued driver's test, noting that these cards do expire and will need to be renewed each year.
I think the number of advocates, elected officials, community leaders, and just families across the state of Indiana that are rallying behind this Senate bill is very telling of what needs to happen.